Hello and welcome to week 33 of the Milan Art Institute Mastery Program. This is the third week of portfolio. So this week I painted these two guys. They're a little bit bigger, and to be honest, it's taken me a little bit longer. It's probably taken me like 1.5 weeks rather than 1 week, which is still in line with the schedule that I like to keep, but not quite up to Ellie's standards. They didn't take longer because they were bigger. They took longer because I kind of overworked them, and then I had to overwork them more to save them, to bring them back. And this one's 99% done. I've just got some wet paint here, and then I'm going to do a little bit more mark making, and then she'll be done. So this week we did creating a schedule, which is kind of about what you think it is. It's like you've got X amount of hours in a week, and subtract out sleeping hours, subtract out working for your job, and then every spare minute you should be painting. And then, which is not how I operate, but then we did setting goals. So I guess part of last week is that you were reflecting on your superpower. And then that kind of moved into like, what is your goal? What's your vision? So she talked a lot about, and it's pretty standard, but what's your big vision? And then you break that down into like a 5-year goal, a 3-year goal, and then a 1-year goal. And then you break that down into months, you break that down into weeks, and you break that down to tasks, daily tasks, which is something that I've been doing for years. So not too crazy, but it was good to revisit it, especially this time of year, because it's the end of the year. So I like to plan the next year and sort of figure out what my goals are. So that was really good to be able to do that this time of year. And creating a power statement. So that is like a few sentences with a few different points to hit. And it's things like, it's set in the present tense. And it's quite specific. Some of it's kind of vague and some of it's kind of specific. So you want to be as specific as possible, but like if you're, if you've got a statement like, I'm a prolific artist, and you could change that statement to say, oh, I paint 2 paintings a week, then that's really specific, and if you're getting there, and that aligns with your goals as well. So you can have a power statement, for the next 30 days, like what do you want to achieve in the next 30 days, and it's kind of meant to like rev you up and get you excited, and you're meant to say it 3 times a day. Like magic. So I've written my power statement. I won't say it here because it's kind of embarrassing, as it should be. But I haven't yet started saying it 3 times a day. So I'm bad. I'm so bad at these like habits, the habit forming things. I can only kind of focus on one habit at a time. And this it's too much. It's like overload, which is why it's taken me a little bit longer to get through the program, because if I was just painting, then I would do it, but because I'm painting and then we're also doing all this reflection and all this sort of internal work, it's like, that's definitely more than 20 hours. And, if you're doing this program, fair warning, when you get to portfolio, the time commitment just ramps up if you're really going to keep pace with it. So, I find myself painting 20 hours on my painting days, and then I'm also painting in the evenings, like putting all the backgrounds in and prepping everything in the evenings, stuff that doesn't take that much brain power, and then at the weekends as well, and then on my painting days I'm really like going hard on the painting, where I really have to get into my right brain and focus. So let's see, and then we saw Chase and Sarah go through their journey, and they did a class critique. So there was actually 3 artists where they put all their work up of what they've done in the portfolio section so far, and that's why I've put all this work together, so that we can look at it together as a cohesive body of work and see, like, is it a similar style? Does it look like the same artist? Does it work together? And then also critique the individual pieces. So I think these were all made from the same vision board, except for this one. This one was like a composite source that I built. And everything else was made from the same vision board. It's all very similar color palettes. This one's got a little bit more, these two have a little bit more teal. These ones are for sure more like purple and blue. That's more pink, and then that's like kind of pink and purpley with more neutrals. So, you know, there's kind of variation in there. They're all giving me the middle finger except for this one. So, and I guess the difference is like, these were the ones I did in the first week. And the backgrounds on these are quite busy, and it's a lot of sort of white stencil work that differentiates, because my background's like splashy paint scrapes and collage and stuff. And then putting in the white background around the figure and not in the figure sort of helps to differentiate the figure. And I did the same thing here. And then on that one, I started incorporating words, but I inverted the stencil. So it was on the figure, it's light on dark, and outside the figure, it's dark on light. And then on these ones, I didn't do it. Well, this one doesn't have any background. It's so close cropped. But this one, I didn't do just didn't do anything that differentiated this background from the figure. So I did the sweater, and then when I went to do the face and stuff, like the face was all just this background with some darks. It just didn't differentiate. So then I just had to like keep painting more and more and more. And now we're into like fully rendered flesh tones, and it's quite different from the other work. And I don't love rendering, you know, fully rendering the flesh tones. She's come out okay. Like I quite like, when I look at other people's work, I like that sort of blocky brush stroke, like that monster portrait thing. But I don't like it in my own work. So yeah, she got a little bit overworked, and we had to save her. So what else? That's all. Oh, next week. So if you guys are wondering, week 4 of Portfolio is production week. So she talked a little bit about like how to prepare for production week. I've got 10 little panels that I'm going to do with resin, and I'm excited for production week. I did a 10 painting challenge last year and really loved the work that came out of it. So I'm pretty excited for this coming week, but also feeling really overwhelmed with trying to keep on track and do everything. Anyway, if you like what you see and you want to see where this goes, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel or read my blog. There's more information on my blog. And I'll see you next week. All right, thanks. Bye.